A Tokyo Conference tussle between what seemed like an overmatched first trade and one of the division's top teams, the Gritty Committee, did not play out as it said it would on paper, and that is why they play the game. Gritty got by first trade 48-40 in the end, but this was a classic case of neither side losing when the final horn sounded, not unlike Duke Butler in the recent NCAA final game. First trade, a team who's been flat and hard to find their offense and defensive muscle, gave Gritty a run for their money all night. Gritty Committee, you could tell, half expected to waltz into this gym and win this just based on the fact that they were who they are. In the first quarter, Q Lee put his team up 16-13 as he scored 9 of their team's points, including 6 from the free throw, as he got several trips on aggressive drives to the rack. Sean Zhang, Jack Ma, and Andre Hu, however, each had field goals and free throws to help First Trade keep pace. In the second quarter, it was no different, as the Gritty only won that frame 9-8. Andre Hu again had a pair of baskets on his way to a career-high 7 points. It was only 25-21 at half, and First Trade, you figure, had to drop off in this back half, as they are apt to do. However, the lights went out in the third, not only on First Trade, but also Gritty, as Gritty scored just 7 points, hitting only 3 field goals in that frame. First Trade had just 2 on their way to 4 points, but because of that, it was tight heading into the fourth. And in that fourth, First Trade drew even at the 5-minute mark as Gary Chen scored a driving basket along with the harm. He missed the free throw that could have put his team up, but he pulled them into a 34-all tie, and it was anyone's game again down the stretch. Rare is First Trade in that position this late in the game, particularly against a powerhouse such as Gritty. But Gritty, well, they gritted, and Chris Yoon, who had a monster 14-point, 12-rebound night, scored 6 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the 2-point territory in that fourth to help edge his team towards the finish line, firmly in control, but not by that much. Yoon, who was frustrated all night, wearing his motions on his sleeve, couldn't quite believe what was happening to his team and realized he had to put things on his shoulder to take them to the top. But credit First Trade, who had Baby Yao Sean Zhang keeping them in the game the whole night. On his way to 14 points and 15 rebounds, he scored 6 in the fourth as well, and got help from a huge Jay Shi triple, that Gary Chen drive, and points from Jim Song and Jack Ma as well. They were down just 40-38 when Ma hit 2 free throws late, but it was wrapped up by Yoon on his 9 points rather in the quarter, and John Park, who had 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, finding Jiwon Kim for his only basket of the game late to seal the deal. Q Lee, Quan Lim, and John Park all had 10 points apiece for the Gritty Committee, and Quan also added 9 boards and 4 steals. For First Trade, Zhang was the only guy in double digits, but he got solid performances from his supporting cast in Jack Ma with 8 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, and steals apiece, 3 points, 4 rebounds from Jay Shi, 2, 2, and 2 for GC, and 2 and 2 for Tai Long. So Gritty evens up the record at 2 and 2, while First Trade dropped their third straight to drop to 1 and 4. But really, as we said at the top, neither team lost on this night.